Hey guys, Yubel Master here on Dueling Network, continuing the Banlist Marathon, and this is the fourth ban list, and let's just go over it. First card ban, Elemental Hero Stratos. Alright, when I saw this ban list and I saw that Elemental Hero Stratos was banned, I was completely shocked because, sure, Elemental Hero decks are really good right now, and they should be touched on. This is not the solution. This is almost killing the deck. I said it before. Just if we put the E-Call the one, the deck would be fine. I mean, I can understand why people believe that this card should be banned, but in my opinion, don't touch it. This card is a great card for Elemental Heroes. It's a great card for Destiny Heroes. So leave it at one. I don't think that should be banned, and it's probably one of the main reasons why I think this ban list probably won't be the actual ban list. All right, next card, Future Fusion. Say it before, say it again. This card's gonna get banned, guys. It's, once again, 90%. So, all you Chaos Dragon players, Elemental Hero players, and for you few players that do Cybertech OTK, Worms, sorry, but this card is gonna get banned. So get ready for it. Next card, Heavy Storm. Now, I definitely do not want this card banned. Alright, the way the game is going, the game is too fast and yet too defensive to be having not a Heavy Storm. Because people will play, like Dino Rabbit, they'll play a Logia, Set Hall, Backfield, good luck. So definitely I don't want this card to be banned. Just keeping that one keeps people on their toes about because people can top deck a Heavy Storm and it'll definitely go off and destroy. So definitely I want to leave this card alone. So I don't want this card to be banned. And just in my opinion, just put MST down to 1 and promote other cards, but keep the Heavy Storm, please. Guys, keep the Heavy Storm. Next ban card, Brionac. Seen it coming. It's almost on every ban list. It's one of those cards up there that I think that actually might get banned. Definitely after this card is after Blackluster Soldier, but I can see this card getting banned. Konami's trying to stop the synchro plays, and this is definitely one of the cards that they need to touch them on if they want to get away from synchro. So yeah, I see this card getting banned. Plus, it's a game changer. Way too easy to summon. So alright, I think those 4 cards. I think that was it. That was the ban. So let's go on to limited. When there's Darkness Metal, almost on every single list, and probably the 90% card again. This card's gonna go down to limited. So Chaos Dragons and Heretics, get ready because this card's going down to 1 to see what you guys can do with it just being at 1. Centipede, once again, putting this card down to 1 won't resolve the problem. I get why you want to put it down to 1 because it's the searcher of the deck, but it's not the problem. Like I said, in my opinion, Dragonfly to 2, Centipede to 2, Hornet to 1, but even that probably won't resolve the problem. And I see Konami doing even more drastic hit on Inzektors, definitely because they won Worlds, and it was the top 8, 6 of the top 8 were Inzektors, so I definitely see them hitting Inzektors for more of a variation with the next format. Alright, next limit card. Rescue Rabbit. Once again, I've said it, and I'll say it again. I don't want this card go down to 1 because it's definitely killing Dino Rabbit, and it's killing all the things that Rabbit can promote, such as Blade Armor Ninja and Excalibur. So I think that this card should go down to 2, make it a little bit less consistent for Dino Rabbits. But 2 just sounds like a good number. It was just like Rescue Cat. First at 3, then went down to 2, then went down to 1, then went down to ban. This card's definitely not as good as Rescue Cat, but I definitely seeing it if it keeps on doing as well as it's doing, it'll steadily go down. But I could see this card going to 2, but not 1. Next card, One Day Peace. I know on my first ban list I actually addressed this card too much stall, but basically putting this card down to 1 is basically saying put down Wabaku, put down Threatening War down to 1, and that's not what we should do. Keep this card at 3. It's fine. Definitely I was a little bit angry at Exodia decks just because of doing network on my first ban list, but you know what? I gotta give him the props because Pro Winston, Jarrell, he did great. So he's getting a lot of flames for running Exodia deck at Worlds in the top 8. But you know what? You gotta give him his props. He stood up to the Inzektors, and you know what? I I gotta give him his props. That Exodia deck was very nice, and I'm glad that he got so far with it. That he didn't just run some generic meta deck. That he actually put some soul into his dueling, and that definitely made up for it. So, you know what? Keep this card at 3. If the people want to run the Exodia deck, let them run the Exodia deck. I can go with it. But, once again, this card is another one of those cards that was just like, this card might be making this ban list unreal. So, keep this card at 3. And next card at 1, Zenmaity the Carrier. Like I said, I would like to keep this card actually at 3, maybe 2. Uh, but not at 1. In my opinion, that's kind of killing the wind-ups. You know, that's what they kind of do, is what they swarm with their special effects and their summoning with the carrier. So I can definitely see this card being kept at 2 or 3. But putting it at 1 is kind of killing the deck. You know, they're probably putting, on this ban list, they're probably putting Zenmaity the Carrier down to 1 because of Hunter. But I say ban Hunter and just keep Zenmaity the Carrier at 2 or 3, and let's see what the windups can do, because I know from personal experience that without Hunter, windups can do perfectly fine. So I don't want this card to go down to 1. Uh, oh, Ultimate Offering to 1. Yep, I see this card going down to 1, you know, putting up to 2. It was kind of ridiculous. Now we got Ultimate Offering and Gadgets and Exceeding, and it's going for no TK. So this card is just way too powerful to be at 2. So put it down to 1. I can definitely see this card going down to 1. Alright guys, I think that was it with limited, so let's get on with the semi-limited. Book of Moon, no, I don't want this card going up to 2. Book of Moon's just one of those cards where people will play it wherever it's at, alright? If Konami said Book of Moon could be played at 5, people would play it at 5, because it's just that good of a card. This card stops like 90% of plays when it comes to monsters, so definitely, Book of Moon needs to stay at 1. It's perfectly fine at 1. Don't bring it up to 2. Just keep it at 1. Pot of Avarice, no, with wind-ups, definitely wind-ups. This card needs to stay at 2. I mean, 1, not to 2, 1. Actually, this card was actually sitting on the opposite side of the fence, where it's sitting at 1 and might drop down to ban. But with this ban list, where it sits at 1 and it'll go up to 2, I don't see it. Once again, one of these cards that makes this ban list look unlegit, and I can't go for it. So keep it at 1. Alright, surprisingly, that was it. Semi-limited, really short. Let's go with unlimited. Spore. No. I mean, sure, you can only play it once per duel, but it's not about Spore being at 3. Just because you could play that once per duel, that's not the problem. The problem is the consistency of the card. If it's at 3, people might play 2 just to make their Spore plays more consistent. You know what? Put Spore to 1, leave it at 1. You can play it once per duel. There you go. You got your Spore back. But I don't see this card getting unlimited just because it can only be played once per duel, and points aren't as good as they used to be. Keep it at 1. And Tragoedia. You know what? I don't really mind this card. You play it. It saves you, I guess. But I really don't see this card going up to 3. You know, once I said it and I'll say it again. Uh, if it ain't hurting anything, just leave it alone. This card, going to 3, I guess it'll see more play. But out of all the cards that are sitting on the semi-limited to go to unlimited, I don't see this card being up there. So that's my opinion. This is the 4th ban list. I think this is the end of the marathon, guys. Yeah, I know it's pretty sad, but I've only seen 4 supposedly. So either tomorrow or Friday, I will be presenting the ban list. I won't be the first one to post it, but I will post a video on it, and I will talk about it, guys. So be sure to check that out. And but in my final saying about this ban list marathon, out of all 4 lists and analyzing all 4 lists, what I say would probably be the contending ban list, I would have to say ban list number 1 has the highest probability of being the actual legit ban list, while ban list number 4 does not. Because I don't like this ban list. It's not really addressing any of the problems, and it's just causing more problems. So definitely ban list number 1. If you guys can't remember how it was, check that video out again. And if you haven't already, checked out banlist video number 1 along with all the other ones. But it seems like banlist number 1 it would be the most legit ban list, and it seems like it might actually be one at the actual ban list. So I'll talk about it on either tomorrow or Friday. This was the end of the marathon. Thanks you guys so much for all the support, and thank you guys for checking out all of these banlist marathon videos. After the ban list, they'll probably go back to just the weekly Y, depending on how much news comes in. Like I said, the deal with the subscribers, where if I get 30 subscribers, I'll show you my deck. Still going for that. I'm currently working on the next deck. I'm working on another soul deck, and it's what I call where you pick a card and you just love that card so much that you make a deck revolved around it, and you play it for fun instead of basically the meta, because I'm not really a meta kind of guy. I have a soul deck, I run Yubel. I don't care what the meta says, I run Yubel no matter what. This soul deck I'm working on is Zenmaity. Definitely, I love Brionac. Not as much as Yubel, but I love Brionac. My friend wants to run a Brionac deck, so I'm helping him with that. So, if you guys want to help me out with it, because the deck is a little bit harder than Yubel in my opinion. I mean, the way I was looking at it, it seemed like it would run like a Yubel deck, but definitely it doesn't. Where Yubel is a little bit more consistent than Brionac, so I'm probably gonna have to go with the other way around, where consistency is not speed, but with enough speed can be got consistency. So I'm definitely going to be trying to speed that deck up to get the cards you need quicker and drop the reptiles in the grave quicker and get out Brionac quicker. So like, comment, subscribe, guys. Thank you guys for watching, and be ready for the true ban list video. And I'll see you guys later.